Hi, I'm happy to be here with you today. If you are receiving this transmission, it is most certain that you've had a past life in China, in Imperial China. And as we are just now celebrating the new year, the lunar new year in the sign of the dragon, the wood dragon, this transmission is all about releasing and transmuting deep soul wounds surrounding this lifetime in the imperial city, the forbidden city of China. So, I was going to talk about the dragon, how it's a really strong symbol in China for prosperity, inner power, power in general, sovereignty, royalty. It is a master of all elements. It conjures fire. Its scales are made of earth and metal, rock. He can go and move through water as well as move through the air. So it is a master of all elements, and it, as a mythical creature, it can also move in between dimensions. So it is also connected with ether. As a sensitive being that might have had a past life in China, if you lived in the imperial city, you most probably had a life where you couldn't really speak your mind. Your whole life was dedicated in service of the imperial city, and you most definitely didn't leave the forbidden city once you came in. So not a lot of people know this, but even the Emperor of China didn't leave the Forbidden City ever. Like, it was from this point that he would govern the whole country, and so the empire. Um, and so I was feeling a lot of clearing at the solar plexus and the throat chakra, and as well as the crown for this transmission. Um, I will go into some sharings, but we'll start with the flute as I'm being called to share some frequencies. So I invite you to get really comfortable, feel into your spine, take a few deep breaths, connect with your breath. Calling in the ancestors, their protection, and their guidance. And take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Align yourself with earth and sky. deep breath in and slow breath out. So as I was connecting with the dragon energy before coming on this call, which turned out to be a very different call than I had planned, but that's okay. This book came to mind. A lot of pieces, moving pieces, came into alignment, and I was receiving messages on how this year, particularly, as the dragon energy is very young, very masculine. It's also calling us to build our dreams and prosper and take definitive actions for building the future, building our legacy. And a really important piece of that is to be able to hold ourselves and to have a strong vessel in order to move forward in this 3D reality. So as I was hearing that strengthening of the spine will be very important this year. Also, good eating habits and exercise, particularly. As last year, Water Rabbit was more about releasing, going inward, resting a lot. This year will be more into like getting into the fire and leaving behind our lethargy, let's say. And this is not to put pressure on you in any way. It is an invitation to step up in that action mode in a healthy way, as much as your nervous system and your capacity allows to. There's never anything that I say or that I receive from the guides that are mandatory in any way, only invitations. So, really beautiful energies here. Ta-da! As other really important transmission for soul remembrance, this is a figure that you can find at the ceiling, on the ceiling of the throne palace in the Forbidden City. And it represents a dragon with, it's like a mirror ball, which is meant to harness energy and create a protective ball around the emperor to protect him from spirits. This is all made of wood, and you have a really beautiful star shape made of two intertwined square, which represents the perfection of earth and the kingdom. It also creates a beautiful star, 8-pointed star, and the circle represents the heaven. So the job of the emperor was to connect heaven and earth in a orderly, harmoniously fashion. The man who conducted the construction, who ordered the construction of the imperial palace, is this man right here, Chang Long. Chang Long. So Long means dragon, and he was the yellow emperor. And this is his first woman, Xiao Xiu, if I remember. And so these were really strong figures, but also people who didn't really have any choice in life. Their whole purpose was to keep the peace, harmony, and divine flow of the energy of the universe into the kingdom. And so it was very regimented. There was a specific time of the day where you had the ceremonies, and it was from like beginning of the day till the end of the day, till like midnight and even more. And they would record time with droplets of water that would count time. So it's anyways, there's a book on his life particularly that I dove into when I was doing my own healing of emperor, empress, king, and queen energies within my own let's say, soul makeup. The other thing that I wanted to bring to your attention is the throne of prosperity. And this is so they had a place for prosperity. And this is the figure that I showed you before. This was the throne. And this is where the throne was situated, in this space. And above the throne is written Wu Wei. Wu Wei means to, it's like non-action. It doesn't mean to do anything or to do nothing. It is actually to know when to act and when not to act according to the divine law and energy. So the more that you come to a space of being fully aware of yourself and of your surroundings, you will be in this space of connecting more and more with the Tao, which is the energy of the universe, and know when it is appropriate to act, when the energy is right, and when it isn't. And so you become this kind of master of polarities, when you know when you need to step up into your action, into your yang, and you know when to retract. And there is the necessity to develop a really, really good hearing of these energies, but also of your inner channel, to clear it as much as possible in order to be able to hear those insights and the subtle changes in the Tao itself. Very beautiful teachings, the Wu Wei, developed by the Taoist, that I strongly recommend if that is something that calls on to you. Okay, and what I'm talking about right now might trigger some emotions, some soul remembrances as well. You might have the feeling of being very constrained, or the need to cry, the need to move, the need to punch in something. Whatever is needed in this moment to liberate these energies, please do so, and feel comfortable to pause at any moment. Last thing I wanted to read, I think it's very, very important, is this dragon card that I had picked for this transmission. Okay, dragon. Seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror, deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us, we hop on its back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon sees beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Agni is dim. Agni describes as inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. And so last thing before I let you go, I'll do the light language transmission. I invite you to close your eyes, maybe place your hands on your heart or in your belly, and slowly drop into your breath. Breathe in through your dragon heart. And exhale through your solar plexus. Inhale through the solar plexus. And exhale through your dragon heart. Inhale through your dragon heart. And exhale through the crown. Clearing your field. And may this year be the most prosperous and powerful one.